On November 19th, 2023, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter passed away at her home in Plains, Georgia. I happened to be in Atlanta just 3 days after her passing, so I stopped by the Carter Center to pay my respects to Mrs. Carter. Quite a few tributes had already been left outside at the entrance sign. So this is the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library and Museum. I have never been here before, and unfortunately I do not have time to go through the museum on this visit. The Carter Center, a human rights advocacy and international election observation NGO founded by the former president and first lady, is also based out of here. Inside the lobby of the Carter Presidential Center, there is a memorial table to Rosalynn Carter displaying some photos. There is also a condolence book provided to the public, so I did sign that. Rosalynn Carter was 96 years old, the second longest living First Lady after Bess Truman. They were setting up in the lobby for her casket to lie in repose a few days later, before the official funeral service here in Atlanta at Glen Memorial United Methodist Church, followed by a service and burial in her small hometown of Plains, Georgia. President Jimmy Carter, who had already been half a year in hospice care at the age of 99, did attend his wife's funeral services, and sooner than later the longest living president will be similarly honored here in his presidential library. Rosalynn Carter had a fascinating and well-lived life, so rest in peace, Mrs. Carter. I do intend to return to make a full video on the Carter Museum here, and visit Plains, Georgia in the future. That is a Japanese peace bell that was assembled in Hiroshima. It just arrived here in 2022. The First Lady did get to see its arrival. Now I'm going to depart Atlanta and start heading north towards Chattanooga, Tennessee. Gotta love that Atlanta traffic. That big V is for the world famous Varsity DriveIn up there. And right along the interstate there is an Olympic torch tower from the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. The controversial privately built 120-foot tall monument was intended as an observation tower, but it has remained inaccessible to the public for a long time. I have stopped off in Marietta, Georgia for lunch at the Marietta Diner. While this looks like a glorious neon-lit 50s diner, it was actually built in the 90s but very well imitates a retro diner. It's like if a streamlined diner got supersized. The Marietta Diner is a rather popular establishment open 24 hours a day with a surprisingly expansive menu. The Marietta Diner sports a surprisingly beautiful interior. I did not expect it to look like this. Even the ceiling at the entrance is painted to look like the sky. The wood paneling and lighting is excellent throughout the dining rooms. Guy Fieri has come here and claimed that this is one of the best diners in the country. It looks like pre-Wrecking Ball Miley Cyrus ate at the diner. Former Georgia Governor Sonny Perdue is also a big fan. Here's a picture of Marilyn Monroe by the men's restroom. The service was rapid, and my burger was delicious. I would definitely recommend stopping by the Marietta Diner. Just a little ways up the Old Dixie Highway in Marietta is another unique eatery. That is the Big Chicken. Perhaps the most architecturally significant and zany Kentucky Fried Chicken location anywhere in the world. The Big Chicken was originally built in the 1970s for Johnny Reb's Chick Chuck and Shake, which became a KFC franchise. Colonel Sanders himself visited and reportedly hated the Big Chicken. Since his big visage wasn't promoting the restaurant, he ordered for it to be torn down. The Colonel only relented after learning that the giant mechanical chicken was helping to make this one of his most profitable locations. Sadly, the original chicken had to be destroyed due to its eroded steel framework. However, at the time, thousands, including House Speaker Newt Gingrich, rallied for a new replica chicken to be built in its place, so that's what stands today. I would love to take a closer look at the Big Chicken, but it's time to be moving along. I am now making a pit stop at the new Bucky's in Calhoun, Georgia. The outlandish Texas-based and Texas-sized gas station travel stop has thoroughly made its way into the southeast. This location opened in 2021. I remember passing by it while it was under construction, so it's great to see it finally open. As with all Bucky's travel centers, there is a bronze statue of the beaver out front. I just came to use their remarkably clean restroom, but I do enjoy the Buc-ee Beaver propaganda and antiques on the walls. I did find a costume Buc-ee Beaver mascot hanging about, so that was fun.
Buc-ee? Oh, thank you.
That's a cool old Coca-Cola sign, appropriate for Georgia, and I really like that pig meat cut diagram. Tonight I am headed to the top of Lookout Mountain to see Rock City illuminated by Christmas lights. The Rock City Enchanted Garden of Light was marvelous, so you can check out my video on that if you're interested. It is linked in the description. While you're at it, check out my plethora of other content including all sorts of roadside attractions, presidential sites, museums, natural wonders, and much more around the United States of America. Additionally, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel to stay notified of new releases. Thanks for watching!